Had a credit score goal. Here's how you can get your plan to increase your credit score. So you get it to this screen, and if you know what your current score is, just enter it in here. I'm just going to put 600 for example, or you just leave it 0. And then you answer these questions. So just based on the debts and your credit cards that you've entered in, you can then just answer a few questions. Have you missed any payments? 30 days or more in the last 2 years, 90 days or more payments. And if you have, then you just check them. And if you wanted to add these to your goal, so if you just want to see what your score would be absent of any of these items, then you can just check them not to add them to the goals. You go next, and instantly Henri looks at all of the information that you put in, and it builds you a little profile of what your credit score is, and then it gives you some recommendations. Here it's telling you that your utilization is like too high. So here your credit utilization is like 50% because that was on your MasterCard. Credit history is not too bad, so this just shows how long you've had these cards. And your payment history, because you missed a payment, that's going to impact your credit score. And then your credit mix, which is really good because there's a mixture of loans and credit cards and mortgages, so it gives you a good credit score. So on this side, Henri's going to kind of break down how your credit score is calculated and which percentages of things go into your credit score, so you can figure out what to focus on. And it also gives you an analysis and recommendations. So again, your utilization is too high, so here's a plan to pay down your utilization. And also you need to build a credit history. So there's really not much you could do about this. You just have to wait. Don't close any old cards. Just keep them, and your credit mix is good. So here's the action plan. So it breaks down the timeline. So for the first month, you've got to focus on reducing your credit card utilization to 30%. And then from month 1 to 3, and from 3 to 7. So in this case, in about 7 months, you'd have your credit score increased. And so Henri tries to analyze and guess what your credit score could be. So if you hit this view points, it's going to kind of break down. So it thinks it can get you from 600 to 640 in about 7 months, because you put in 600 as your current score, and based on everything that you've entered in, you might be able to get to 640. So again, this is an estimate. The main thing that's going to hold you back is your credit history, which is 15%, and also the payment history. The credit history, you just have to wait. That's just a time game. But the payment history, you can easily change that by not missing any payments. So if we went back, and let's say we didn't miss any payments, my credit score back at 600. Now it's just my utilization and my history. So I get good on payment history, I get good on the credit mix, and go to viewpoints again. So based on that, it can now get me to 770. So from 600 to 770 is the estimate that it could get me to in about 7 months. So really, you see that missing a payment really has a big impact on your credit score. So if your utilization is greater than 30%, you'll see a view plan button appear here. And let's see. So here's kind of the ebb and flow of your current situation. So start off with 600. You're probably gonna be at 600 in about a year if you don't make changes to the plan. But if you do follow this plan, and the goals, like I said, is the estimation that you can get to 770, then the plan, then you click on view plan, and it kind of breaks down what you need to pay based on the debts that you've added to the goal. And so if you want to use 25% or 40% of your cash flow to target towards the debts, because you need the rest just to pay other bills or just to live, you would switch this. You would select this, and then you would select the date you want to start, to tackle this plan, and you would just do OK, and then it would then give you a rough estimate of how long it would take you, to pay off the debts that you added to this goal, and it'd give you a plan as to what to pay. So you'd pay your regular $150 a month, and you'd make extra payments of $1,200 to your MasterCard. And so this amount is based on your cash flow. And then you make your regular payments for the other debts, and that's November. And then December, you do the same thing. You just keep doing the same thing until your debts are paid off. And when the debts are paid off, so when this MasterCard is paid off, then your utilizations is going to totally drop, and it's going to boost up your credit score. And that's true as well for your personal loan. When you pay this off, then your utilization is going to go up. Then your utilization is going to drop, and then your credit score is going to go up. So really, you can start seeing changes in this scenario to your credit score about a month after you start this plan.